Okay, I've just finished cutting this thread, and now I'm going to show you how we would go about checking it with the thread wires. Okay, so first I'm going to grab my thread wires. I'm going to keep one thread wire away from the other two because I need to separate them over the diameter of the thread that I want to measure. So I'm going to take and I'm going to bring them down to the part here, and I'm going to put two of the wires underneath the thread, and then the top wire is going to go right in the middle of the two wires that are underneath the part. I'm then going to try and get a second elastic on the wires to be able to hold them in place so that I can have both hands to be free to measure this part. So I've loaded the wires onto the part, and right now they are on the two wires on the bottom are in two of the grooves of the thread, and the one wire on the top is in the groove of the thread that's in the middle of the two wires below it. I'm going to take my micrometer now, and I'm going to position this over the part so that I can take a measurement of what this measures over the wires that are in the grooves of the thread. So I have that done, and I check, and I have a diameter that says 526 thousandths. Well, I've already calculated what this should measure in order for the thread to be correct. So I know right now if I was to check this with a nut, there is no way that it would fit because the proper dimension is supposed to be 514. Just to show you, if I take the 1/2-13 nut and I try to put it on, it will not go on. It's stuck there. So these thread wires are extremely accurate at telling you whether or not the part is correct or not correct. Okay? So I'm going to have to cut this thread again, and I will bring it down to a 514 dimension, and then I will guarantee you the nut will fit on there perfectly. So I figured out that my pitch diameter is not correct, and the nut doesn't fit on, and it doesn't measure properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my tool offset page, and I'm going to make an adjustment on it, and I'm going to put minus 0.012, and then I'm going to enter it, and it made that number smaller, and it's going to cut that diameter of 526. It's going to cut it 12 thousandths smaller, and that should make it pretty close to what we want it to be. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I've recut the thread down about 12 thousandths from where it was before, so that should put me right about 514 when I measure this now. So again, I'm going to load my thread wires onto the part. Again, I have the elastic already on this end. I put one on the top, put two on the bottom. I will then spread these out and put the elastic on the back side. So that holds my wires for me. Okay, then I make sure that that top wire is in the middle of the two underneath. And again, I'm going to take a measurement, and I have calculated that I want this to measure approximately 514 thousandths plus or minus 2 in order to be the correct size. Okay. Right now it's measuring 515. So I am definitely within tolerance. So therefore, I know this time the nut, if I try and put it on, should definitely fit because this part is within the tolerance. So I will take and I will try and put it on. It's perfect. Okay? So that's how we know that things are going to fit properly, is when we make them to the right size. And so that's how we use thread wires to measure pitch diameters on a thread on the TL1. Okay? We're going to go out to the shop and start practicing some of this ourselves, so good luck, and we'll see you out in the shop.